Hello everybody, I'm Don and this is the Photo Memoirs. This is my personal photo journal of my exploration and my photography throughout Seoul and the rest of the country. I particularly enjoy street photography and just documenting everyday life here in Korea. And so a lot of my photography takes that kind of form, and I'm happy to share it with you on my social media and here on YouTube and Instagram and whatnot. So today I'm talking about some of the photographs that I took in one rainy evening in Gwanghwamun. It's kind of the historical center of Seoul. Probably has been so for around 600 years. And there's a famous stream with a long history as well, very close by, called the Cheonggyecheon. And I just enjoyed that evening, a rainy day with my umbrella, taking photographs. So I'm here to share that with you. So here I just set out and I'm just on my way, just getting started, just taking some random pictures. We're right here in the center here. Nothing too special, right? Just testing out different things, taking a lot of different shots. Just kind of getting in the feel of things, seeing the atmosphere, see what's going on around me. It's a rainy day. People are out with umbrellas. People are finishing work, they're taking off, they're doing all this stuff. Excellent, great. I photograph, I document. Again, there's nothing too special about these first few images. I recognize this couple here. Something's going on. I don't know exactly what's going on, but I find it very, very interesting. She's either had a really bad day or something terrible has happened, or she's just sad to have to head home now and part from her boyfriend. And so I just took this photograph and I thought, yeah, it's kind of interesting, and I'm really curious what this series is. As a photographer and not actually spoken to them, I have no idea actually what the real story is, so I can only let my mind kind of wander. And so just carrying on here again, we're just taking photos, just kind of documenting what's going on. There's a businessman finishing work, coming to get the bus home. A woman there, same thing, finished work, rushing home, talking on the phone to whoever. That's the life in the middle of the city, in this big center for business in Seoul. Yeah, nothing too special, same thing. So I love this photograph. I thought it was really, really cute seeing this couple here. And even now, I really enjoy this photograph. We have a lot of couples out there, they're sharing an umbrella with their loved one. Either, one person forgot their umbrella, or they just like each other's company and they want to share umbrellas, right? Something cute, very nice. This couple, on the other hand, they're sharing two umbrellas, so it's either they're very, very big or their umbrellas are very, very small. Whatever the case, I just found this really, really nice, really, really sweet. So I really enjoy this photograph. My settings, my camera, if you're curious about my camera and my lens and my settings, I have them all here for you on the side. At this time, this is way back. This is already 7 years ago. So I was using an amateur DSLR camera, an entry level, the Canon 600D, or also known as the Rebel T3i in the West. And that's just with the very cheap Nifty 50, the 50mm f1.8 STM. You can pick it up for like, I think, $80 or something like that nowadays. You can see there are my settings as well. Again, shooting with the 50mm prime, f2.2, shutter speed 1/80th of a second, and ISO 1600, and that's kind of the similar setting that I'm using throughout all of my photos here. Of course, that is also a little bit different depending on which photograph we're looking at. Continuing on the journey, right? We have our businessmen here. Same thing. Finished work, heading home. These two are also sharing an umbrella, which I think is kind of comical. Just work buddies, co-workers, sharing an umbrella because one didn't have one. So I think that was kind of cool as well. See the couple in the background as well, sharing their umbrella, and everybody's just kind of going on home. And rainy day. It's one of those days, right? The weather's not great. Well, what can you do? All right, and yeah, we continue going on and go back to this main intersection. Bright lights, and of course, my editing also makes a big difference. So you can't judge entirely from the settings that I have here on the side. I've made the adjustments, and I just used Lightroom to do that. I made adjustments in exposure and get it the way I really like it. I'm not very heavy on the editing. I don't bring everything into Photoshop. I don't spend an hour editing every photo. I do a very light editing. So I have a few presets that I like, and I'll just keep using those. I use this high contrast look, right? So I just made my own presets that I continue to use, and then I make adjustments where I need. So if I lower the highlights, I lower the whites, or I darken the blacks, darken the shadows or something like that, I can go ahead and do that. So you can see here, again, I thought this couple was really cute at the time, so I worked the scene, as they were walking through, getting closer and closer to me. I was actually approaching closer and closer to them with my camera, taking pictures as I go, and I ended up getting a few pictures of the same couple at different parts of the street here. And here they are again, and I really like this one. Although the man's face is kind of covered by the umbrella, I still really like it, right? They're kind of close up together there, holding each other, sharing the umbrella. The only sad part about this photograph that it kind of disappoints me is that the cars in the background, right behind the couple, there's this white car, which is not too bad of an inconvenience because it kind of just works. It has a big contrast with the black and the white, so it's not that big, but the car on the left hand is also kind of problematic, right? So it's a little bit of a shame, but nevertheless I still enjoy the photograph. Just people there, finish work, time to go home, don't have an umbrella, okay, my buddy can share one with me. Here we continue on to Cheonggyecheon. This is a stream, very famous stream with a large history here in Seoul. It was created, a man-made stream created throughout the city, and it's really nice. It's just a nice break from city life to finish working in these offices all day, and then people come out of work, they'll come down into the stream, which is very close by. There's a lot of buildings, big high-rise buildings in the area, but they have these streams. So office workers will often finish the work. They'll either go out, drink with their friends, eat something with their friends, or they'll just jump on the bus, go home. But some people, they'll just go down to the stream, relax, blow off some steam, or even couples will meet each other and then spend time together before they call it a night. It's also a very popular tourist destination right now. There's not too many tourists around, but at this time, back in 2016, there certainly was. So even on a rainy day, you have some tourists out there, and of course we have this man here in this picture. The rain, the weather doesn't stop them from taking some photos of each other right here in the middle of Seoul. So again, I thought that was really cute here. And then I just like the atmosphere here. We're about to go down into the stream. That's the stream there at the bottom. You would think that I got this person to pose like that, but I did nothing. They're just naturally posing like that, which is kind of interesting, even with the leg position and holding the umbrella there on a slant. Kind of works in the same direction as the rail on the right. So just very interesting there, but yeah, I enjoy this photo. Very simple photo, right? It doesn't have to be super special. Every photo doesn't have to be a masterpiece. You're just documenting and enjoying the process here. And you have the photographs that you can go back to and you can see, oh wow, like this is the kind of place this was here, Cheonggyecheon stream. Come down here. Again, not too many people. It's just not the greatest day. We got these couples here taking photos. So you've seen already that I've found certain couples and then I've walked closer and closer and closer to them, and I would take photographs as I went. And that's kind of something that I definitely noticed, at least in these batches of photos that I went through today. And the same couple is in this photograph, just from the other side, and then you get the little waterfall. So again, just documenting. And I under these bridges, there's these steps that everybody kind of goes and sits down, and they, some of them take off their shoes and put their feet in the water and just hang out on the stairs. And I thought this was just the loveliest couple. Very, very sweet, just enjoying each other's company, having a great old time. And I just thought they were so cute. They're so lovely that I was sitting across the stream from them. And they can't see anything except for themselves, mostly, right? All right, he sees only her, she sees only him. It's a very lovely situation. But I'm here across from them, and I'm able to capture some of these lovely moments between the couple. All right, so they're kind of looking at each other, smiling, laughing, enjoying each other's company, right? And then here we find she looks the other way, but he's still just watching her. And then eventually he looks the other way as well, sees what she's seeing, and she's looking at him. Just a very lovely couple, very sweet, smiling, relaxing together, enjoying the time. So I came back up from the stream, back right beside this lovely little stream for relaxation is, the hustle and bustle of the city. So big traffic, big intersection right here. And of course, you play around and you take photos as you can. And, I was focused on the people in the background. And as this motorcycle drove by, I photographed with a focus on the people. I think that photograph looks quite well. Again, there's things that I don't like about it. I don't like that the bus is there. I don't like that the white car is there and whatnot. I could have been more to the left. But, you live and learn. You take the photograph, you learn from the experience, and you continue learning. Although the photograph might be not perfect in all respects, still, I think it's quite nice. I think I enjoy it. Okay, yeah, there's couples and the facial expressions of the girl on the right, just kind of biting her lip and daydreaming at the same time. So I thought there's something interesting. What is she thinking about? I'm very curious, but I enjoyed capturing the image. And just crossing the crosswalk, people sharing their umbrellas. Now this man here was standing in front of this, this beauty shop, and the back drop is super bright, so I had to really drop my highlights to kind of keep the detail there in the background. And then he's got this clear umbrella and all this, and he's just standing there. And he was standing there for a couple minutes, and I was just, a few meters away, and I was just photographing him. This is not the only photo I took of him. I took several photographs, but he was just there looking at his phone. I don't know what was he waiting for somebody, what he was doing. I'm not sure, but I was just photographing away. And I was so happy that this businessman with another clear umbrella just walked right into the frame, and I caught that right in that moment, right at that timing that I really, really like. So I was really, really happy with this image, and something that I really think works well even now. Yeah, I just threw this picture in there. Yeah, I just threw this in there in the mix just to show you. Yeah, this is when he looked up. He finally noticed that somebody was there with the camera, and then he's giving me like, "What? What's going on?" He's giving me one of those looks. So, yeah, I took this photo, and this was my last one before carrying on to something else. Yeah, again, just couples there, waiting for the buses, waiting for a taxi, time to go home. This one was just on her cell phone. You see her umbrella there. She's hiding from the rain. She put her umbrella away and she's hiding from the rain in the phone booth. Again, you take a quick snap and then you rethink a little bit. And then I come back, get a better vantage point. She's oblivious to what's going on, right? She's really on her phone. She's paying attention to that more than anything else. Perfect for me. And I can just take my time, reposition, reframe, and get a nicer photograph. And that's exactly what I did. And I'm really happy with the results. You see, you get the rain and the bright lights from just the city life. And then you got because of the rain, you got the reflection from all the lights everywhere. So it just brightens up, all the phone booth. So I really like this image. All right, that boils down to this really cute young couple again. That night I must have been in a really interesting mood. I was focused on all these lovely couples, and I'm sure happy that I was able to capture them. I absolutely thought this couple was very, very lovely. They were sharing an umbrella, just wrapped each other. She was wrapped in his arms, and they were just at ease, just waiting for the bus to go home. I came back to this image and I knew right away I had to circle back and come back and take this picture again, because in the moment they have this beautiful blue umbrella, and I almost didn't capture the umbrella in the first photograph at all. And so I noticed in my camera, and I came right back almost to the same spot, get more of the umbrella in the frame. And then of course, when you have such a beautiful color in your photograph, you cannot simply keep it black and white. You need to show, otherwise this is just black, right? Just a black image. This umbrella has no meaning, it's just black. But when we have it colored, just, something really jumps out of the page and you really appreciate having color. And of course, it was such a lovely couple. I also came around the other side, took their photo. Again, she's just leaning on him, holding on to him. He's sharing the umbrella, holding on to her as well. And at this moment, she opened her eyes and she was kind of looking. But most of the time, it was like this. She was closing her eyes, just resting, and I couldn't help but notice the expression on his face. This is the most natural, most comfortable look. This is the most natural thing in the world, to just be holding her, and you can see that happiness and that satisfaction that he has on his face. So just a very, very lovely moment between this beautiful couple, young couple here. So that about wraps up today's little video. I'm happy to share my photography, my experiences, share these stories that I have, and I'm going to be doing that regularly on my Instagram, on my Facebook, and on YouTube, and on my website. So if you enjoy this, follow me, subscribe, and come back and see more. If you have any questions, just give me a comment. I'm happy to help out. If you're interested in Korean life, you're interested in something in Seoul, reach out and talk about that. That's great. If you're a photographer, if you're interested in learning more about photography, awesome. You can also send your questions. You can ask me anything. I'm an open book, and I hope I can help you out. So I will see you in the next episode.